This is a free 60-inch plasma TV that I got. That it'll like power on and then go off, and then sometimes it'll stay on for a little while and go off. Sometimes it just goes on and off all the time right away. So we're going to see if we can get that fixed, because wouldn't it be great to have for the Super Bowl or the Super Game, whatever they want you to say. So stupid. But yeah, that ought to be cool. So we'll have a arcade walkthrough and a little repair, and then a can I fix it? Stick around. They had about 20 games or so, but it didn't take me very long. I just kind of breezed through it, and there wasn't a whole lot of footage. So I'm going to put it with this. This is a free 60-inch plasma TV that I got. That it'll like power on and then go off, and then sometimes it'll stay on for a little while and go off. Sometimes it just goes on and off all the time right away. So we're going to see if we can get that fixed, because wouldn't it be great to have for the Super Bowl or the Super Game, whatever they want you to say. So stupid. But yeah, that ought to be cool. So we'll have a arcade walkthrough and a little repair, and then a can I fix it? Stick around. They had about 20 games or so, but it didn't take me very long. I just kind of breezed through it, and there wasn't a whole lot of footage. So I'm going to put it with this. This is a free 60-inch plasma TV that I got. That it'll like power on and then go off, and then sometimes it'll stay on for a little while and go off. Sometimes it just goes on and off all the time right away. So we're going to see if we can get that fixed, because wouldn't it be great to have for the Super Bowl or the Super Game, whatever they want you to say. So stupid. But yeah, that ought to be cool. So we'll have a arcade walkthrough and a little repair, and then a can I fix it? Stick around.
I'm Walter Day, the father of esports, and you're watching Matty Mo's Arcade.
And you know, it's like whack-a-mole.
Ready to attack, fanny pack attached. Tokens are all stacked, got the mallet in my grasp. Waiting for the moles, hiding in their holes. Scoreboard keeping tally, I'll be playing till they close now. Can't nobody beat my high score. You can't beat my high score. Can't nobody beat my high score. You can't beat my high score. I'm a mallet master, a single-fisted blaster. You can ask my baby, it starts slow then gets faster. I'm a record setter.
Okay, so I have the remote. Hopefully I can show you what it's doing. I did kind of reseat the connectors in the back and everything real well. I know the guy who gave it to me did this as well. He kind of looked at it, and he didn't replace any capacitors or anything like that, just kind of eyeballed it. But so far it hasn't been doing it. It takes it about 20 minutes or so, and then it'll turn off. We do have a standby light on. I think the remote works. We get a click. See, it's coming on. We're getting the logo and everything. And it's coming up. And there's no point in me sitting here for 20 minutes, but somewhere, and it's random. It could be, you know, a minute and a half now, or it could go up to 20 minutes. It could go, you know, an hour and a half. It's not really set in stone, so I don't think it's like any kind of programming issue. And it doesn't matter if there's you know, a signal coming to it or not. It's just completely random. To me, that screams power supply, maybe cold solder joint. I mean, I don't know about it shutting down immediately, but I'd say let's just do what we would do with everything, right? Let's start with the power supply. Always start at power. We'll make sure it's getting proper voltage, and then make sure it's outputting proper voltage. And we could always change the caps that are on there. That's what I think is probably the most obvious thing to do. So actually, we can just probably pull this out right now instead of stopping the footage, because I have it kind of handy here. All right. So we can see power comes in here from the power cord, and then it only goes to here. So this looks like a power board to me. And I know, just from we do have an LED on here, and we have a green flashing here. I'm just taking a kind of a mental note of what's on, so that when I mess with stuff later, if we're getting the same kind of thing. I don't really see any bulging capacitors. Are those radial? No, they're just bent over. Okay. See, that's what I'm looking at. Some pretty big caps. I definitely don't have 3 of them if I have any. I might have 1 or 2. But yeah, there's no bulging caps or anything. I don't see anything that's a problem. What do we got there? VS adjustment. So is that maybe our, maybe we can up to 5 volts? No, there's 2 of them I see here. There was a manual, but it really wasn't that helpful. VA adjust, and here's VA ground, NC, VS, VATP. What does VA stand for? I'm sure I'll be able to figure it out by looking around. And I probably know, and it's right in front of my face. VA. There's VA there. Oh, I can't get it on. Oh, I always think that the camera's on the other end. Okay, so here we have a little key. What do we have? What does it say here? Oh, you guys are looking at a different one than I was looking at. Okay, I didn't see this one down here. We have, I'm trying to hold it so you can see it and I can see. 17 volts, ground, 5.2, ground, standby. So that's probably for the standby circuit. And then we have another, this is the key that I was looking at. It says VA 55 volts equals 2.8 amp. So we're getting, at least it has a lot of good information on here. Wish they did arcade PCBs like this. We wouldn't have anywhere near as much trouble. Let's go ahead and pull. I just wonder if I should test the voltages first, if possible. Let's see. I don't really have enough information on this to. It's not like an arcade cabinet where I know all the wiring, color codes, and everything. But I know the standby is going to be 5 volts. And I know it's fine, though. Let's just recap it and see what happens. I don't know. We'll just shotgun this one and pretend like we know what's going on. I'll do some reading while I'm pulling this and doing this, and then maybe I'll have a little bit more info to give. I've been watching videos and stuff, but I don't know. They're just... It seems a lot more like they're telling me how to solder and stuff like that. I know how to work on this stuff, guys. I just want to know how to exactly fix it, which I'm sure you do too. And hopefully we can figure it out and I can tell you by the end of the video like normal. That didn't take long. I just looked it up real quick. They are adjustments for voltages, but it's kind of like screen adjustments. There's like black levels, and apparently you can make your picture look amazing by doing this, but it voids your warranty because it could potentially damage it. But that's not what we're looking to do. We're not looking for any damage. A great picture would be nice. That might be something we'll try in another video. I'm not afraid of screwing that up. Let's see. And I think this one, I think that's a power supply kind of too, but I think they run the power for the plasma. And same with this. This is another one of the plasma things. And there are, I thought there was pots somewhere else. So our problem could be here too in the main logic board. If that's what it is, or it's this one. I think it's this one. I don't really see anything bad going on there. And it's still running good. So that would just kind of lead me to believe maybe it's just a cap going out, getting crappy. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So let's just give her the old shotgun treatment. Like it's the first week of arcade repair, and we'll just yank it, cap it, throw it back in, see what it works. It fixed so many games when I first started. I don't know how. Did it just shut off? It did. It just shut off. Out of nowhere. On camera, at least. Sweet. So yeah, there's just no reason to suspect why it would do that. I mean, you'd think possibly because it didn't have a signal, but it does it even when it has a signal. And I went all through the settings. There's nothing, no timer set. There's nothing, you know, it says, oh, if you don't have a signal for 3 minutes, shut off. None of that. So, like I said, we'll pull the power board. I'll quit yakking, and we'll get it done. Here's the power board here, and I've got it all capped, except for I didn't get these 3 big ones here, which I'm assuming are filter caps for the line in, and I think I didn't have this one here or this one here. They're the same, and I think they're also filter caps. This plug here and this connector here, they both go, we're kind of looking at this sideways, this is the top. They both go out to the sides of the TV to the plasma panel of, you know, the screen. What I think well, if it's caps, where I think the problem is going to be is these two, I think. That's what's causing the problem. This circuit over here goes out and through. Could be this one. I think this is for the standby circuit, which could be here, could be here. I'm not exactly sure on this. But I think it was either these two or this one here, personally. I still have the caps set aside. I can test them. I won't be able to do it today for this video, but I will in the future, just so that I know personally. Yeah, okay, so our standby comes through this connector here. And turn you upside down, sorry. But we can read it this way, I think. Let me see if I can get it at an angle. Sorry for all the shaking. But yeah, so we have the standby. I have to look at it this way, sorry. Okay, so we have 17 volt ground, 5.2 volts, bunch of ground, standby, and then AC detect, auto ground. I think that's for it staying on and stuff like that. But that connector does go to the main logic board. So, and then these are those 2 pots I was talking about. They actually do control kind of like the contrast and like the brightness of the colors, which is kind of contrast. But it's on an X and Y axis, kind of like one's this way and one's this way. I don't know if it has something to do with it being a plasma TV. I don't have a whole lot of experience with plasma TVs. This is it, really. But I've done a lot of LCD TVs. But I mean, I think that's pretty much like all the troubleshooting I can do at this point. We can plug it in, see if it works. If it still craps out, we're going to have to keep digging a little bit farther. Maybe we can, what I'll do next is I'll just leave this board plugged in and take everything, you know, and unplug it, and then see if it just stays on and runs by itself. And then if that's the case, then the problem's not here, the problem's on another board. Which I guess I probably could have done that to begin with, but I really think that this is the problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab something to put on the TV so that we'll have a signal. We can roll that out too. And I'll find like some video games or something we can play for 15-20 minutes or so to see if it shuts down. If not, then I'll just wait off camera, and we'll come back and we'll see whether or not it works. Hopefully I got a free 60-inch TV for the Super Bowl. That would be pretty sweet. All right, hang on 1 second. I'll get us something to play. I'm gonna have to go into the next room just to get this whole thing in frame here. All right, I'm gonna have to apologize for the water sound. We got the cat's a new water bowl. It's like a little fountain, and it might make people pee. I'll try to talk over it. So basically where we were, this is several days later, of course, because we have to do real work, and this is for our Super Bowl party that we're not going to have. But I had capped everything here on this middle board, which is the power board. Basically kind of recapping for myself, because it's been a while since we've filmed anything on this. But the Super Bowl hasn't happened yet. And I hooked everything up, and it's still shut down. And it took about 10-20 minutes or something like that. And here comes Zeus. He wants to be part of the video. He's my helper today. well, every day. So what I'm gonna do now, oh, and I did, right before we started, I pulled the board back off. I got a new ESR meter. Mine crapped out on me while I was in Kansas. And so I checked a couple that were kind of iffy, and they're fine. I just wanted to make sure so I could rule that out. I didn't want to, you know, I got every cap I changed except for 2. So I just wanted to make sure that wasn't it. But what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna plug in this power board. Then I'm gonna leave this all unattached, this unattached, this unattached. And I'm just gonna see if it shuts down on its own, just with just the power, and that's it. And if that happens, then we know our problem's on here. If it doesn't shut down and stays on for an hour or an hour and a half, then we know our problem's elsewhere, probably over here on the main logic board, main PCB, whatever you want to call it. Let's see. I don't know if we can even, okay, it does turn on, good. It's like, I don't know how I'm gonna do that part, but I did hear it click. So instead of watching paint dry, I will go ahead and do what I'm gonna do and keep an ear out for it, and we'll come back in a little bit and see what happens. Here we go with this guy. It's I think pretty much done, if that's the only problem. I did test a lot more than just this one cap. Let's see, it was this one right here was the bad one. And if you look, it was right here at the end of this transistor. So there's probably a lot of heat coming through right there. Fried that guy. All of these tested. They're 100 UF 50 volt capacitors, and they tested like in between 98 and 101, and the ESR was all, you know, 0.2, 0.1, like really small. And then I just kind of spot checked a couple other ones around, and everything seems fine. What I didn't want to do is go through and check everything. I just kind of hit a couple of the areas. I checked that guy there, and then where was the other one? Oh, it was this one here. I just wanted to see if there was any that were obviously would have been bad, because that's where the spots where I would have checked. These 2 over here, that big guy right there in the corner. And then you can see these are around the transformer. So I thought kind of all of these would have been suspect, but it's just a guy at the end of that resistor there, which makes sense. But since, you know, we didn't go through everything on here, we didn't go through anything on the other board, I just want to throw it in. It's only been a few minutes, and see if that's all it was. It could be one cap. Not that, you know, it's probably just a fuse, but if somebody told me it's probably just one cap, I don't know. I might believe him if I knew who it was. All right, let's throw this in, see how it works, and then maybe we'll play some Pi on it. Okay, so I had it running for about an hour, and it did fine. I didn't hear any problems. So I came back here and I started looking for the next step. And I got where I'm looking at this here, and I don't see anything. And so I started looking over here just for, you know, blown caps or anything obvious. Nothing there. So then I come over here and I start looking, and I'm not seeing anything super obvious here. But when I get over here, see if you can see this at a different angle. Look at that top one right there, and she is domed. So let's go ahead and pull this board and cap it. Well, I'll go ahead and cap all 3. There's not very many caps on this other one over here, but it looks like everything is good except for that little bank right there. So I'm definitely gonna change that, and then we'll try her again. Maybe that'll do it. We're all back installed, and I really hope it was just one capacitor, because that's just funny. It's probably not a fuse, but it might be one capacitor. So let me go ahead and plug this in. I can't remember if it comes right on. We have the remote, and we should get a picture. It should be fine, I think. And we'll see if we probably won't stick with it for very long, because the farther and farther I get along on this, the longer and longer it's going to stay alive. So there's no sense of staring at the screen forever. I am going to get the the Raspberry Pi and play some games on it for a minute. I don't know if there's any sound or not though. I don't know about this TV. Let's see, is it coming on? Do we not plug something in? Oh, you know what? I didn't plug it all in. I didn't plug the latch cord in. Oh. It's on, but it's not plugged in, is it? Oh, it might be. If everything's plugged in and it's supposed to be. Looks like it is. Looks like it's in standby. Maybe I turned it off. Or I just now turned it off. I screwed it up. It's trying to do something now. All I did was change a couple caps. It would have to be I didn't plug something in right. It would be the only thing. Which I'm not going to say that that's not the case. We don't have any backlight though. Tell me maybe we don't have power getting from one side to the other. Alright, let me take a look real quick. I better find it really fast. I'm gonna recap real fast. I pulled this board. This is the one that's right in the middle. It's a big TV. And I capped everything on it except for I didn't have these two that were on the end. But I did come back and check those later. And it was still shutting off on me. So I unplugged everything and just had power plugged to here and ran it for an hour, hour and a half, and it didn't shut off. Thanks, attract sounds. And then so I decided that I would look over the whole entire thing and see if I could see anything that was obvious. And it didn't take me long. We got over here and up just underneath this resistor here, this cap there, which it says C567. I don't know if it really even matters. I haven't told what model number this thing is or anything. That one was toasty. It read like 50. It's supposed to be 100 UF and microfarad and 50 volts, and it was 50 microfarad. So it was like half of what it should be. And so just replaced that one, and that's it. I pulled these and tested them, and they were all fine, like almost exactly. And so I popped around. Oh, I think I already talked about that. I popped around and checked a couple others just to make sure, but that was it. It's been running strong for, like I said, an hour or so, and then now we're gonna play some games on it, and hopefully everything works out, and we'll be watching it on football. All right, let's try this. I plugged it into the wall. Wonder why my power source isn't good enough. That battery pack might be too old or something. All right, I want to play some Punch Out, dang it. Bragging about how not good I am and I don't get to play it. I'll just cut all this right in. Like it perfectly worked the first time. Okay. So the TV seems to be good. It's been on for probably an hour already. So as long as we can play a few games, I think it's good to go. I don't expect any problems at this point. I've actually turned it on and off a couple times. Only thing I didn't do is like mess with the brightness and stuff, but I'm not trying to shut it down. Oh. Okay. We're gonna be that guy. I chose a name that was already chosen. Alright, the music sounds better. When I was playing it last time, it was like a little slow. I can tell it's fine now.
Gabby J!
Yay!
Yay!
Fight!
Don't hit me, Grandpa. Oh. Sorry for my horrible skills. I didn't play this that much. I played it in the arcade, and I remember the guy who kicked you. I remember him kicking my butt, and I just could not get it figured out in time. Oh. And it was probably because I didn't realize there was a duck button, in all honesty. Oh. My friend's dad kind of looks like that guy. He's a little more rotund. Oh yeah. Alright, let's try another game or so. I played Star Fox, it worked pretty well. Oh, I added some of my favorites. I have a lot more games I can add, I just haven't. I just threw a bunch on and then I got tired of it. I had to, like where it says NES game, I could add like a big group of file that I had there, but it was like 200, it wasn't all of them. And then everything else I had to do one at a time. It was aggravating, I just got bored with doing it. Let's see if we can find anything. Oh, we're gonna have to go Kong. This is an arcade channel, right? I wonder why they went with like different start screens and stuff. Why didn't they just copy the arcade exactly? They know kids were expecting that. This damn 8-way joystick just got me. Alright, just kidding. Oh, you bastard. Get out of here. Well, this one ain't afraid at all. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna Billy Mitchell this one and back it up a little bit. Judge, can I get a mulligan? A Mitchell special? No, I'm not gonna hate on Billy Mitchell. Oh no. See, that was nice. I got rewarded. I helped a guy on Facebook. I don't know if he was gonna watch or not, but helped him fix a Mega Touch over the phone. It's pretty funny. Took us about a half an hour where we got it figured out. I should have jumped all the way across. Oh, I'm not even going to waste your guys' time with this. This is awful. I need a little more practice before I start putting gameplay footage up. But free TV. I love it. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Oh, I'm going to do the video or the giveaway Sunday, probably in between like noon, 1 o'clock, something like that before the game. So stay tuned, and I'll try to figure out something for the next giveaway. So these two right here are going to be ground and 5 volt. So what do we get here? Did I not turn the game on? I didn't turn the game on. I guess that would help. Hang on.
Here it is, a nice little trade. The person I traded got what they wanted, I got what I wanted, and a pretty good deal on it too.
Super hang on.
That comes later.
Yeah.
Okay. It's on fire.
Whoa.
Lots of smoke.
Well, that's bad.
Yeah, well, thanks for watching.
When you take care of people, people take care of you in this community.
That's the truth.
So everyone, please remember that. Even if we're competitors, we're not enemies.